Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards, and what I thought was coming Friday came today. So that is what I have in front of me. And if you watched yesterday's video, you know that this was the second of the two trades that I did last week. The first being for the Mojo Prism Luka Auto. And this, you should already know, is a Burrow Champ ticket out of contenders from my friend Wes over at High Grade Hits, which I'll put his IG up right here for you guys. I met Wes on Instagram and we did a couple deals. We've done several deals over the years. Wes, you pack a mean card, bro. Done several deals over the years. Well, over probably the year and a half we've known each other. I think we kind of connected over Joe Burrow Silvers, believe it or not, last year, mid-season maybe. And it's only fitting that we're back to Joe Burrow again. How about that? How about that? Can you see that? Let me fix this a little bit. There we go. There it is. The championship ticket out of 49. This one is the Michael Jordan 23 out of 49. So there's definitely some extra value there. Let's see. How do I open this thing? I don't necessarily use, there we go, these slab mags, or what are these called, very often, but I might as well clean it up while I'm here. I got a couple comments, or one in particular, about the trade that I made for this, and the person, Easy J or Speedy J, commenting, had a little bit of concern for, what is that, for this deal, which I can definitely understand. I guess that just doesn't want to come off. And his concern was that I was giving 3 autos for 1, basically. And those autos were of Luka and Trevor Lawrence, and also a Burrow. There we go. And what I can say to that is, I understand, and I had to give a lot. You know, I had to give a lot. This is a great big card of old Joey B, but the gap between the optic contenders and the championship true contender. This is an all foil cardboard card, so that's another thing that really can't be overlooked, is the condition of this card. There are only 4 10s. You know, when you start trading into bigger stuff, and this was what I was kind of talking about yesterday. Was kind of what I'm dealing with is I've sold or traded a lot of my smaller stuff that's easy to move. Like it doesn't feel like there's no connection or pain when I'm moving those cards. Now I'm starting to get into the mid-level stuff. You know, it wasn't easy to move that Luka Auto. It wasn't easy to move the red optic Burrow out of 199. It wasn't easy to move the only other T-Law. I used to have 2 optics. Now I have 0 because I traded them both. It wasn't easy to move the blue Velocity color match PSA 10 Luka. But it's a lot easier than spending cash, and it's just where I'm at. I'm going to have to start moving bigger pieces to trade into bigger pieces. So I might get stuck not doing as many trades, not being able to find as many, you know, opportunities to trade up, because I'm not willing necessarily to trade down out of a card unless it's I can't think of a scenario in which I would trade down. But in honor of this coming home today, I wanted to look at my current inventory. This is my other Joey B. And I think I'm good with these. Now, I'm a sucker for Prism Color Match. That's my go-to, whether it's autoed or not. And in this case, his is orange out of 249, so this is a pretty nice card. And then here's my on-card rookie auto. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm covered for Burrow for right now. I'm not really going to target any more of his stuff because it's expensive. And there's other places I'd rather trade into, other people, other goals that I have. But I wanted to take a look at the current quarterback situation that I have going. So I have all of my quarterbacks that are not named Pat Mahomes. I left my Mahomes in the case. You guys saw my Mahomes stuff yesterday anyway. So, and I wanted to kind of categorize these and just talk about them real quick. And you might be in a similar situation with your quarterbacks. Now, we all know quarterbacks are sort of the name of the game in football cards, especially if you're collecting to see an increase in value, to realize an increase in values. So one way to build up your collection, if you don't have a lot of money, is to buy quarterbacks cheap and wait for their prices to go up, right? And then trade or sell into other pieces and just keep, rinse and repeat. Just keep that cycle going. For instance, last year, Josh Allen got off to a bad start. I had a bunch of high-end Mahomes. I traded all that Mahomes into Josh Allen when Mahomes was high. This is before he lost to the Bengals in the playoffs. Mahomes was high. This is the beginning of last season. So Mahomes stuff was high. If you remember, Allen got off to a pretty tough start in 2021, the beginning of last season. And then it wasn't till pretty much, I'd say, November that he started to heat up a little bit. I remember they lost at Jacksonville, the Bills did. And at the time, Jacksonville was being coached by you-know-who. And Urban Meyer was more busy, with anything but football. But, it was considered a bad loss to lose at Jacksonville. Now, I think if they went down and lost to Jacksonville, it wouldn't even be a thing because, Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence have that team going in the right direction for sure. Anyway, Josh Allen got off to a bad start. I still totally loved Josh Allen. I still do today. Still, I also believe in him. Only problem is everything in the AFC side is going through Pat Mahomes. So he hasn't played. Do you realize Pat Mahomes hasn't played a road playoff game in his whole career? That is quite a feat. So, but anyway, I traded all my high-end Mahomes into Josh Allen when they were lower. And then, boom, Josh Allen, end of the season, they rout the Patriots. They go into Kansas City. They should have probably beat the Chiefs, but 13 seconds happened. And then Josh Allen stuff was way up here all off season. So, matter of fact, here's a picture of all the Allens that I had after last season. Now, all I have left of Josh Allen is, where is it? I traded all that stuff but these two. So I've got the green, which is a Pop 2, super short print. You don't see these green rookie autos as much. You see the green rookies, but not the green rookie auto. This is a Pop 2, and then the blue scope, which I actually made this blue scope available to Wes in this deal for the champ ticket. I offered him the blue scope and the T-Law optic, and he chose the other route where he got the Lucas and the other Burrow. So, but anyway, this is all I have left out of that Josh Allen bag. One of the trades I made was for this. Now, it looks like a bad trade right now. Not as bad as it did, but I did trade for, I traded a Contenders PSA 10 for this Deshaun Watson camo 9.5 with all 9.5 subgrades. But we'll get to Deshaun Watson in a minute. Another trade I did with some Allens was I traded for the Camo Mahomes, which, man, that trade is looking better every day. But that's the whole name of the game, is to, sometimes you're not going to get as fortunate as I was to trade in and out at the right times of those two players. Sometimes you might get stuck. Like if you had traded into Josh Allen now, like if I had that big Josh Allen bag right now, I'd be kind of stuck, and my only option would be to hold that until probably, I think his stuff will start to bounce back right before the season starts next season. But you know, I might even have to, depending on how upside down you might be in some of Josh Allen's cards, you might even have to wait until he starts to perform again and people start believing in him again before you're ready to move off of any of those cards. So there is risk in this, but it is a good way to keep your collection going and growing without using a lot of cash. So I broke this up into categories. You saw my Josh Allen stuff. I say the category for Josh Allen stuff is wait and watch. This is all you can do with Josh Allen, is you got to wait and you got to watch. If you get off of Josh Allen right now, you might kick yourself in 6 months. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it. People got to do what they got to do. I just would look to get off of other people first. Let's go in descending order. So next on my list, I think would have to be these are guys, starting with this Blue Scope Lamar Jackson. Now this Blue Scope Lamar Jackson is actually out of 15. Same year, same card. This one is out of 99. I would show you the serial number, but it's got this Mike Baker gold certificate. I don't want to have to fool with that, but the Josh Allen, as you can see, is out of 99. This one's out of 15. I don't know if Lamar Jackson just told them, I'm only going to sign 15. I don't know if they went ahead and stamped him to 15. I don't know the story. I'd like to know the story. I don't know it. This is the only Lamar Jackson I currently hold. I've sold some. I've traded some, but it's color matched. It's short print. It's gorgeous. He's kind of with the Josh Allen wait and watch. He's in that category. Here's another one. This is my Deshaun Watson bag that I've traded into a lot of, and I purchased some cheap. If Deshaun Watson can figure out how to be the Deshaun Watson from the Texans, when before he had to sit out and get traded and all that, then I'm going to be able to basically take this stack of cards, let it mature a little bit, let it kind of marinate, and then I'm going to be able to have a whole big stack to go piece out into other stuff. I just got to wait and watch. So quickly, I've got the XRC silver in a 10. You want to pick up a card for cheap that has a chance to grow, and you can maybe use as a flip down the line. Grab one of these silvers. I don't know what they're doing now, but they will move up before the season. Here's an orange out of 249. Color matched his new team, not the Texans. Here's one. Here's one I really need to do well right here, the white sparkle. If the white sparkle in a Josh Allen or a Mahomes or a Burrow is 10 to 20K. Mahomes may be more. I think I saw a white sparkle Mahomes. Somebody wanted 75K for it. They're not going to get that, but that just shows you the potential that the white sparkles, which are not numbered, by the way, but they're understood to be like 20 or less. But I do have that. Got a field level select silver. This is another really liquid, fairly cheap card you can grab of his. The green scope. I had a Mahomes green scope. I actually sold it to Wes at the Dallas Card Show. There's a video on that on my channel somewhere. Here's also, so these are the same two cards. Again, very rare to get the green auto. This one happens to be in the 9.5. And then this is the card you guys saw earlier, the camo. Man, if this could cross into a PSA 10, this would be a hammer. And if he starts playing well, I mean, that's just a humongous card. So that's what I have as far as Deshaun Watson. He is definitely in that wait and watch category. I'm hoping he gets back to where he was. I think the Cleveland Browns believe that he will. And then you got this guy. I had an orange. I moved it in the deal for the Burrow, but you got the silver. You got the color match light blue, which happens to be unnumbered, so it's pretty affordable. And then the blue ice out of 99. Gorgeous card. I still believe in Tua. I think if I had to choose, like, you want 10 grand in Tua or you want 10 grand in Jalen Hurts, I'd take Tua. Just because I think, I mean, I might be dumb. I mean, that might be the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, but I think that if Tua stays healthy, he can be like top 3 quarterback in the league. I think Jalen Hurts is what he is, what we see, what we've seen, and he almost won the Super Bowl. I see more Jalen Hurts for sale than I see people buying them. So that just is kind of concerning. This one is sort of a, like, I don't know if you know the story on these silver T-Laws, but they are super short print. For some reason, I don't know if it's centering. It looks to be centering in this card's case. I mean, look at the left to right there. But the 10s are doing around 25 to 3K, I believe. I got this for $40, all right? So, and my whole point was, I'm not going to be able to sell this or flip this for a lot of money, but I like the story behind these cards, and to be able to pick one up already graded for $40. Somebody opened a 2021 Prism pack and pulled this and freaked out and then sent it in, and it came back in 8, and then they flipped it for $40, which is sad, really. But I'll be on the last leg of that whole anyway. Okay, and then these are guys that are losing hobby interest fast. So I think, as far as like Kyler is concerned, I might wait. I mean, he had surgery. I don't know I don't know what the situation on him is right now, when he's expected back, you know, any of that stuff. But I can't get off of him now. I mean, his stuff is probably really, really beat up. Here's a field level red color match, field level, cool card, 9. This is just a cheapie out of Chronicles. That's a 10 there. Red, white, and blue, 9, cheap. Hollow optic, 9. I mean, all that stuff's cheap. Davis Mills, will he bounce back? This could be a big card to him. I mean, if he does. It's the silver PSA 10 auto. And then Zach Wilson, same here. I mean, are you ready to just give up on Zach Wilson? He was the number 2 pick in the draft. I mean, you know, optic contenders. Gorgeous card, PSA 10. I mean, but what am I supposed to do? All I can do with these guys is look for an exit point as soon as possible. I mean, I'm sure I could bulk sale these Kylers, but I mean, I've got to wait a little bit. All this really is kind of wait. But like with Deshaun, I'm gonna wait and then some, because I think he'll come out strong, and I think his play can increase the value. On these guys, I'm just gonna wait for hype to kind of come back. And once people start thinking about Kyler and Zach Wilson and Davis Mills, I'm just going to look to exit as soon as I can without giving it away. And that means I have to wait for the hype. Okay, let's talk about Dak. I don't know where I'm at on Dak. I mean, if he won a Super Bowl, would he be Matt Stafford? I mean, I think he would. This one is 44 out of 99, so it's double jersey. Rookie. This one is 4 out of 99, so it's jersey match. Pretty cool. Got the red crystals still sealed. It's pretty sweet. The Cowboys camo color match out of 25. Got another red crystals not autoed. These are like $100 each, which is sad because they used to be about 8. And then this I pulled a long time ago. And it is pink. It is dual RPA Dak and Zeke. This might just end up staying in the PC because it's pretty It's pretty memorable, pretty special. Out of 5, pink. And then these are like my swings. Now this was a swing and miss, I can already tell you. I got this because it's just cool. I got these like for $100 each. I mean, really nothing. These were already dead and in the dirt. I could probably get that back out of them now. But I think he's either out of the league or quickly on his way to being out of the league. I'd like to see what he ends up doing. Could he coach someday? I don't know. This is a retail red super short print color match. I just think that's a great card. At one point, this used to be a big, huge card. You know, he's coming out of UCLA. And then here's also the super short print, like the Deshaun and the Josh Allen, the green auto. So have that of Rosen. And then this is my swing and foul. I fouled the ball with Sam Darnold, meaning I still have 2 strikes on me, but I'm still alive. Like, I still am living to see another pitch, hopefully. I got all this stuff really cheap, though. And, man, if you go back and watch some of his highlights, even from last season, he looks as good as anybody else in some instances. And then he throws the ball, like, away like Tua and Dak sometimes, and you don't know who he is. Like, he has a chance, though. I think in Carolina, they're willing to give him a chance to sort of take that next step. And if he does, I got a nice bag here. This is the super short print. It's the red, white, and blue auto. It's 10 there. This is the rookie auto out of Prism, also 10. Now it comes out of his rookie's out of 2018. You got a couple field level silver Prism select PSA 10s. Got the color match. I think this is $20 I bought this for. Color match, Gem Mint 10, $20. He does come out of the 2018 Prism set, so this is super short. This is super low pop, I should say. I think it's around 40. Yeah, you got 1 silver per box, and then to grade it and it come back at 10, it was pretty hard to do. So that's a pretty cool card. I had the Josh Allen, and it was worth like $12K when I traded it, but I traded it in that Mahomes camo deal. And then this one I just got a couple months ago, toward the end of the year, end of the season. It's just really cool. Probably I would argue it's his best National Treasures card. I mean, you can't beat that patch. It's 0.5 away from a 9.5, so this is definitely a card I would crack and resub just because I have nothing to lose. I mean, so what if it comes back in 8.5? I mean, you know, I'm still waiting on him to do something to gain some hype. He started gaining it last season. They had a chance to actually backdoor into the playoffs, but then they lost at home to, was it the Bucks? Yeah, it was the Bucks. And he played pretty good. I think he threw a late interception, but he came in late in the year and won some games with them. He was hurt. They went through the Baker Mayfield thing. They went through the Paul, can't remember his the backup, Paul Wilson or somebody, whatever. And then he got healthy and he came and he actually took him to the doorstep of the playoffs. Just couldn't get it done. So there you have it. And then I have my Mahomes stuff. The championship Super Bowl winners stay in the case. Everybody else comes out here and gets judged and evaluated and looked at. And we'll see what we're going to do with these guys. But yeah, happy to add this. Thanks, Wes, for the deal. If you guys are ever looking for someone trustworthy, someone who will trade with you, who will buy from you if you have the right stuff, a good friend of mine, check him out at High Grade Hits on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Another long video. If you stayed to the end, I do appreciate it. If you checked out at 3 minutes, which is what my videos are averaging, well, thanks for giving it a try. Sorry I couldn't keep your attention. Yeah, it's funny on YouTube. I pretty much stay with any video unless it's just really bad. When I start a video, I'm locked in, and if I have to go do something, I pause it. As soon as I get a chance to come back to it, I'll pick it up where I left off and finish it. But yeah, 3.5 minutes is what I'm averaging. So people don't want to hear me talk about cards. But for those that do, I thank you. You share the degeneracy with me. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye.